Do you know that 1/3 of Resident Evil lore is actually within documents inside the game? Of course you do, even though I just made that fact up. But ain't nobody got time to read them all while wondering when can you remove hookshot from Rebecca's inventory. So read them out for you. Here are all the files from Resident Evil 0. Passenger's Diary, July 14th. Orders came from the boss today. Looks like we are in charge of investigating the remains of the Arklay Mountains laboratory. We are moving in 2 groups. The initial group is assigned to start checking what's left of the abandoned experiment. July 16th. Unfortunately, the test production of BOW Type Y139 had to be suspended because of this investigation. It's the same with Type Y139. There's still so much we don't know about responses to the crustacean T virus. There's a lot of interesting research left. Depending on the species and nurturing conditions, only minute dose of T bring about remarkable changes in solidity, size, multiplication, and internal toxins, and brain development. If these effects can be controlled, a powerful weapon could be produced. But the sudden development of the shell results in the corresponding fragility. Certain areas become exceedingly weak. Problematically, one of these areas is the head carapace. This lab we are going to, were they pursuing the same research? It would certainly help to find data and samples that would help us in our research. June 90th. The day is finally approaching. I am growing more anxious. The Raccoon City newspapers and TV stations are full of reports about the bizarre murders in the suburbs. It can't be the virus, can it? If it is, no, I can't think of that now. I have to concentrate on the investigation and make sure it goes smoothly. Investigation orders. Stained with blood. Some sections are illegible. 8 miles north of Raccoon City in the Arklay Mountains lies our company's management training facility. It was shut down years ago. Now we are conducting a preliminary study into the reopening of the facility. First investigation unit is already on site and opening the investigation. I want your team to provide support. The following orders are William Bark and First Investigation Unit. The rest is torn and unreadable. Notice to supervisors. When closing the dining car, supervisors are asked to switch off the automatic doors after ensuring all staff have vacated the car. The main automatic door power switch is located on the roof of the 5th car. Inspections will take place when the train is garaged. After inspections are complete, use the ladder at the rear of the 2nd floor of the dining car. Umbrella Corp. Maintenance Department. Notes from conductor. The key card for the driver's compartment is in my bag as always, but I need the other guy's key to open the damn thing. But it looks like I've lost it somewhere. If it was a normal key, someone would be sure to turn it in, but this key is different. I'll look for it too, but if you happen to find it, please hand it in. Thanks in advance. Hookshot Operator's Manual. Warning: this device should only be used when inspecting difficult to access car roofs or when connecting special trains. Return to its proper location after use. Instructions. 1. Where to use. There is a ladder outside the small window by the 1st floor section door of the 3rd carriage. Fire the device so that it hooks high onto the ladder. 2. Using the winch to climb. After securing the hook, use the winch to lift yourself up. This grabbing hook can only be lifted one person at a time. Be aware that the unit may be damaged if lifting more than 80 kg. Brake Operation Manual. Use the brake control. The following 3 steps are necessary to operate the brakes. Step 1. Activating the control. Brake controls are located in the following locations. First car driver's compartment, rear deck of the 5th car. To activate the system, you must insert the magnetic card into the device in the 5th car. This will supply power to both sets of control. Step 2. Enter rear deck code. Enter the code for the rear deck unit to release the lock. After this, the driver's compartment code can be entered. Step 3. Enter the driver's compartment code. Enter the code for the driver's compartment unit to remove the lock. Upon completion of these 3 steps, the manual brake can be used. Notice to all staff, this document is really old. Much of the writing is illegible. Regular meetings of the Vaccine Research and Infections Agents teams will be held. Both meetings are security level 5 and will be held in the following locations. First floor, Waste Operation Control Room. 2nd floor, Southeast Meeting Room. The entry code shall be 815. Thank you. Regulations for trainees. Training facility mission. This training facility will raise a new generation of model employees to serve the future of Umbrella Corp, applying the strictest and most rigorous training standards. This facility will, without regards for gender, race, or creed, produce only the best candidates to be the global future leaders of Umbrella Corporation. We look forward to the development of your leadership qualities. Training facility guidelines. Discipline, obedience, unity. These three words are the basic principle that govern Umbrella Corporation employees and are to be considered the law of this facility. Keep these words in mind at all times. Devote yourself to your training and bring honor to yourself and the corporation. James Marcus, Director, Umbrella Corporation Management Training Facility. Assistant Director's Diary, September 2nd. A useless bunch of trainees as always. Where does headquarters find these idiots? We did get a couple of decent ones though, so I can't complain I guess. William and Albert. They might have a future. September 25th. Scholarville, Practical Art. They really are opposites, and they're always competitive in everything they do. There's something ruthless and cruel about them both. October 7th. Got a sudden call from the director. It was to tell me to encourage a rivalry between these two. It's the first time since this training facility was built that Director Marcus has ever shown interest in anything other than his research. Well, whatever. Orders are orders. I am going to have them tearing at each other's throats. A verse of poetry. The moon bows to the earth swears loyalty to the sun, and the great law of the sun governs all things. This itself is the keystone, the pointer to glory. All our hands cannot open the door to the heaven. First investigation unit notes. We are searching the facility and it looks like a lot of chemicals survived. Fortunately, the storage tanks are still full. We have just started and there is still a lot we don't know, but it appears that the chemicals can be mixed to produce new substances. The chemicals are scattered all about, not because of the accident, more a result of the planned mismanagement. When we reopen the facility, we will have to develop a system for dealing with these chemicals. Something is scored on the back of the note. Red plus blue equals sulfuric acid. Green plus red equals stripping agent. Marcus Diary 1, December 4th. We finally did it. The new virus. We have called it the progenitor. I want to carry it back and start detailed investigations immediately. March 23rd. Spencer says he's going to start a company. Well, I don't care as long as I can continue my research into the progenitor. He can do what he likes. August 19th. Spencer keeps asking me to be the director of his new training facility. Maybe it's because of the business, but he's becoming intolerably pushy. But maybe I can turn this into my advantage. I need a spacious facility to properly explore all these various secrets. A place where no one will get in the way. November 30th. Damn that Spencer. He came to complain to me again today. He thinks of progenitor as nothing more than a money-spending tool. Fool. But if his influence continues to grow, it can only be bad for my research. If I'm to properly develop progenitor, I must strengthen my own position too. September 90th. At last, I've discovered a way to build a new virus type with progenitor as a base. Mixing it with the leech DNA was the breakthrough I needed. I call this new virus T for Tyrant. October 20th. It's no good. I can't hope for real progress by experimenting on mere rodents. Only humans can be a proper mammalian subject for the experiments. Otherwise, I'll never make a real progress. November 50th. Someone seems to suspect something about my experiments, but perhaps it's just my imagination. Well, if anyone's does get too close, they may find themselves expectedly existent in my research. January 13th. At last, they are ready, my wonderful riches. Those of low intelligence, they will never have the privilege of tasting this sense of joy and satisfaction. Now finally, I can move against Spencer. Soon I will control everything. January 31st. The device I set to protect my work has been disturbed. It appears someone came looking for tea and the religious fool. No doubt the work of Spencer's group. February 11th. Today I again found evidence of tampering around the entrance of the labs. If that is what they are after, I must find suitable way to deal with them. Perhaps I should have William and Albert smoke out the pests. Those two are the only ones I trust, apart from my beloved riches, of course. But Spencer, it wouldn't end there, would it? I will announce tea at the next directors meeting and collect my just rewards. Correctional Institute inmates list. Matthew K. Disease disposal complete. Mitch D. Disease disposal complete. Keith DeVille preserved as specimen. Salvage C. transported to research facility. Royce M. transported to research facility. Davids A. preserved as specimen. Clark A. transported to research facility. Ellen J. transported to research facility. Terrence O. Disease disposal complete. Kate A. transported to Oakley laboratory. Gary O. Disease disposal complete. Scott S. transported to research facility. Mitchell F. transported to research facility. Carrie T. transported to Oakley laboratory. Roberts A. transported to research facility. Transported individuals to be deleted from the records. About the power regulator. Due to the recent lightning strike, the power regulator continues to be inoperative. It wouldn't really matter about the power except for the fact that the boiler room equipment is on the same grid. The equipment is so run down, I'll probably have to have it fixed up all the time. If you wish to exit rapidly, set the indicator to 70. Check first though that everything is connected to the chain. Management trainee's diary. What is that Director Marcus is researching all the time? And what's with his weird interest in leashes? Interest? Seems more like love at times. Rumor has it that there's something dangerous about these leashes. It is true that when Dennis just touched one, he got ill with a fever. Again today, there were those horrible moans beyond that door. The sleeping dogs. Nowhere I'll go near them. Even if the director ordered me, I don't want to end up like Dennis. That poor bastard. Scratching and scratching makes me itch just watching him. Must maybe go if can, but how? Dennis gone, I go. Hungry. Help. Mom. Marcus Diary 2. This page has been torn out. Trouble is unlikely, but I close my babies up in the special capsule. But it won't be safe if I hold onto it myself. I'll hide it in that place. To hide a leaf, put it in the forest. To open the capsule, the special stripping agent is necessary. No way Spencer's lackeys could figure it out how to make it. Laboratory Manager Diary. Today, under Director's Marcus' order, I changed the platform entry code. Later, I asked him what the source of the entry code was. He told me it was based on something significant in his children's growth. But the director's Lona, he isn't married, and he sure doesn't have any children. What did he mean? Lease Road Records, February 3rd, 1978. Administrated T into 4 leashes. Their will to survive leads them first to parasitism and predation. Then they breed and multiply. Such a single-minded biology makes them attractive candidates for bioweapons research afterwards. No major changes observed. February 10th, 1978. 7 days since administrations of T, rapid growth to double former size. Signs of transformation emerging. Spawning successful. They double their numbers in 1 hour, but their ravenous appetites lead them to cannibalism. Hastened to increase food supply, but lost 2. March 7, 1978. Provided them with live feed, but lost half when the live food fought back. However, the leashes are learning from experience and are beginning to exhibit group attack behavior. They are also ceasing cannibalism. The evolution is exceeding expectation. April 22nd, 1978. The leashes no longer exhibit individual behavior, even when not feeding. They move as a collective. They consume everything I offer with remarkable efficiency. April 30th, 1978. An employee has stumbled onto my experiments. Can a human be a food source? How will the leashes respond? June 3rd, 1978. A day worthy of commemoration. Today they begin to mimic me. Surely they recognize their father. Wonderful children. No one will take you away.
Judging from the age, that guy could be Marcus's son or grandson.
Investigator report. Dr. Marcus, co-founder with President Spencer of the Umbrella Corporation, disappeared 20 years ago. The results of his research have been kept under wraps the entire time. The reason became clear here at the training facility run by Dr. Marcus. Well, not here exactly, but underground. When we ventured below, we understood. There we found evidence of Dr. Marcus' research into the T-virus prototype called Progenitor. The evidence of years of hideous experimentation that used company employees as guinea pigs. We cannot know how many were forced to become subjects, but based on the evidence, no less than 20 individuals were involved. Some of them were taken deliberately to keep the corporation's secrets safe. Where the doctor is now, I don't know, but considering the recent rapid growth of the Umbrella Corporation, I can't help but think that this research is continuing. Yes, its experiment lives and continue to grow in the dark. Those things, the fruit of his research, they fill this facility. The rest of notebook page are missing. BOW report. Research to date has shown that when the progenitor virus is administered to living organisms, violent cellular changes cause a breakdown in the system. Furthermore, no satisfactory method has been found to control the organisms for use as weapons. Clearly, greater coordination at the cellular level is essential to enable further growth. I conducted a number of experiments in an effort to find a breakthrough. This is my report. Insecta. Perhaps because these ancient animals have been genetically stable for millennia. When administered with the progenitor virus, they exhibit only explosive, high-energy growth and increased aggressiveness. It is extremely difficult to envision using them as BOW. Amphibia. Injecting a frog with a virus resulted in an increase in leaping power and abnormal tongue growth. However, no change in mental ability was observed. Furthermore, an abnormal appetite resulted in the test subject randomly attacking all moving objects. Usefulness for BOW is limited. Mammalia. The progenitor virus has merged with the monkey's cellular DNA, resulting in increased fertility. The resulting young exhibited improved aggressiveness and some increased mental capacity. As a side effect, visual power was lost, but this was offset by an improvement in hearing ability. However, they were unsatisfactory as weapons. It does seem that no progress can be made without making humans the base organism. Investigators report 2. We should have finished with this dump long ago. When all this started, did anyone expect that there would be guns blazing away like this? We weren't told a thing about these creatures attacking us at the briefing. Guess they were a surprise to the head honchos too. The things in the woods just starting to attack people. They had to be planned. Someone deliberately scattered that virus. No doubt about it. But the guards, our fellow soldiers, they still must be around. Well, whatever. Don't have to worry about that anymore. What I've got to worry about is whether to use my last bullet on myself or on a friend. That's the only decision I have to make. About battery fluid. Battery fluid. The fluid used in batteries is a diluted solution of mixed water and sulfuric acid. Both must be of a high purity. When fully charged, battery fluid should have a specific gravity of 1.280 plus minus 0.010 at 20 degrees Celsius. Battery acid purity. Take care that the dilute sulfuric acid solution is of a sufficient purity. Treatment plant manager's diary 510. Damn it. Why is no more industrial waste being delivered here? This is an Umbrella Corporation facility. We can't deal with this volume of material. Plus, they are sending us contaminated materials that we can't process. What are we supposed to do with it? 724. Well, look like they're closing it down. Not surprising using it like they did. Had to be done, but it was pretty sudden. It's not like they cared until now. Anyway, as long as I get out of here, I don't care what they do. Gate operation manual. To open the heliport in case of emergency, follow the procedure below. Removing the lock. There are 4 locking mechanisms in the room, which must be activated in this order. 1. Southwest side. 2. Northwest side. 3. Southeast side. 4. West side. Turn each of the mechanism's handles to unlock the gate. Congrats, you made it to the end of the video. Now, have the Queenie's last moment as a treat. Thanks for watching.
Queenie! Feast on this!